Okay, you guys, I wanted to talk to you today because I had an incident where I started getting bullied and kind of harassed and really peer pressured. And I'm going to explain the situation. So I use these doll photos in this segment on my YouTube called Doll Photography from the Doll Community. It's kind of where I report and show different doll photography that's out there so people can use that for their maybe research purposes, maybe give them ideas that they can do with the dolls and things like that. Now these dolls are copyrighted by either MGA, by Mattel, and by different places like that. Now there's something called free use, and that basically is what allows you to take copyrighted materials for certain circumstances and use them, whether it's in a YouTube video or whether it's something else. So an example, free use, I guess you could say, is what allows you to take MGA's copyrighted doll, because that is MGA's copyrighted project and item and product, and use it to make doll photography and to customize dolls and do really, really cool things like that and to restyle them. But somebody got mad because when I make that segment, I use photos from various doll photographers. I collect these photos over sometimes 6-7 months. Sometimes I don't always have time to ask permission first or credit every photographer. When I'm making a video, I'm going through a lot. My mom has cancer. I have a brain injury. I have appointments. I myself deal with autism. It is very difficult to get everyone's permission or anything like that. And technically, under free use, as long as I change the material and use it under certain circumstances, I don't need to ask your permission, especially if you post it online in a public place. As long as your face isn't in it and your kid's face isn't in it, guess what? Free use allows me to use that photo. And so this girl got really mad because I post the video in doll groups afterwards because people like seeing it and it makes them genuinely happy to see their photo in this video. And I don't get anything out of this. I don't get paid for it. However, they get free publicity, which is awesome. And I do, in some of these videos, I have credited people, and in others, I have not had time to. And in some of them, I'm asked permission for certain photos, and in some, I have not been able to because of busy schedule and different things, or because I collected the photo and went to sleep and couldn't find the photo the next day. Certain circumstances. And I have a brain injury, I have memory problems, and there are like 10 different girl groups I am in, and I collect from a bunch of them. And, but free use allows me to take these photos and make it into a video. As long as I change up things like put a slideshow, put music, maybe change the filters, maybe add text, various things. And as long as I do not claim the work as mine. If I had claimed it as mine, it would have been stolen. But I didn't. I put a disclaimer, and then I do credit people when I'm able. But right now has been a busy time for me. I'm going through a lot. Like I said, my mom has cancer. And this girl got mad. She came at me and was like, you can't do that. You can't use that photo without permission. If you research it, yeah, I can. And you put it on the internet for people to see because you wanted people to see it. If you didn't want people to see it or use it, don't post it where anyone can put it on their phone. It's just, she got very angry and she tried to harass me into re-editing the whole video. So every single photographer's name was on top of their individual photos, even though I no longer had the pictures and I no longer had the footage. I delete that after I post the video because I don't need it. It takes up room on my phone. And a lot of time and effort goes into these videos. And I don't take credit for any of the photos. They're not my photos. I make it clear. I just want to showcase the beautiful photos. I keep two separate doll photography two separate doll photography playlists. One is a personal one with doll photography that I actually have taken myself. The other is the doll photos from the doll community. And I even put that in the title so people know they're not my photos. They're from a community of doll collectors, which can include a lot of awesome people. And I think they're beautiful photos. It's like a beautiful kind of tribute piece to the photographers. And she just tried to harass me into basically putting her name on top of the photo. And I tried explaining I can't do that. I said, I will give you credit in the description. I'm happy to. I like being able to do that. If I can give you credit, that makes me feel good. Like, I'm happy to give you credit. But sometimes, too, when you're making a video and you've got to get it out by a, you want to get it out by a certain day for people, it can be hard. So like I said, sometimes I don't always get permission or things like that, but I never ever claim the photos are mine. So she got so heated and she was downright harassing me, and two admins of this doll group allowed it to happen. And then they removed my video from like I had made a post which had shared my video. They removed it, stating that it was because of drama, because she started drama. This one person, nobody else seemed to have an issue with what I did, except for her, because she wanted free publicity. And that's why she wanted her name on top of the photo in the video. That's why having it in the description wasn't enough for her. First of all, I don't get paid to give you publicity. I don't get paid for that. And I'm not asking to get paid for it. It's nice of people to give you publicity, but it's also shouldn't be expected from a YouTuber. Like, why is that expected? Like, you expect to get that free publicity for your Instagram account so you can grow instead of building that following on your own. I've worked to build my following on YouTube and Twitch. I have shared my videos. I have done a lot of different videos on different types of content. Like, I've worked hard. And then on top of it, I was venting in another group, and I said, my mom wants to know the name of the doll group, and I left it, and I can't remember the name of the group. And I was trying to find the name of the group where the two admins allowed the bullying to happen, because this lady was just straight up coming at me over and over saying, you're wrong, you have to take down the video, people are going to come at you and be mean. Like, literally, those are like threats right there. That is not cool. And these admins allowed it to happen. She tagged the admins, and they removed my shared post and stated it was because of drama. Well, I didn't start the drama. I asked her 5 times to leave me alone after a while, because the issue was not going to be resolved unless I took down my video, which that's my own personal YouTube account. You don't get to decide what and when I post, and I broke no laws. So maybe don't. And so the admins allowed that to happen. And I had even stated when she was harassing me, I'm autistic and I have a brain injury. Please stop. I don't need this. And you're allowed to set those boundaries with people for your mental health. If somebody tells you to leave them alone and you continue and continue and continue, that really is harassing. It's not cool. It's not a good look on you. So then on top of that, when I was venting in an entirely separate doll group, in the group, the admin was really nice. She said, oh, don't let people gatekeep your hobby. But somebody else got mad, saying the same thing as this other person. Well, you don't have the right to do that. She's mad about this or that. No, you didn't see the conversation and how hard I tried to resolve the issue. So anyways, and I said, it's under free use, I'm allowed to. And they said, well, it's a gray area. No, it's not. My video was free use. And finally, I left. I said, you know what? I'm leaving the group because this is toxic. Like, I don't need this. I will leave this group because I don't need to deal with arguing. Like, I was like, please don't argue with me. That's going to start drama. They said, don't tell me I'm bullying you. I said, I'm not. I'm saying starting drama, as in you're starting an argument, and I've said, let's just agree to disagree, and this person refused. So then after that whole thing, sorry, I'm getting a little upset. After that whole thing, that I left that group too, because I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be in it. I'm just gonna leave because they're gonna keep at it, and it's not cool. And then the admin messaged me after, because she had wanted to see my video when I was still in the group, and I had sent it to her, because she wanted to see what the fuss was about. And then she said, well, if she had used my photo, I'd be mad too. And I said, look, it's free use. And after a while of back and forth, she said, yes, it is free use. However, it doesn't make it fair. Well, if it's free use, then yes, I am allowed to do that. And you do not have the right to bully and harass. That is certainly not legal, to bully and harass somebody. She called me rude. She called me cruel. She called me this. Said I took the lazy way, when she doesn't know me as a person. She also doesn't know what I'm going through. She doesn't know where my mental health may be at. What if she had said that to a child who was being abused at home? And that child went and did something awful and passed away because of her words. Like, she's an admin of a Facebook group. She could be dealing with anyone. She doesn't know what any of the people she's dealing with are going through. And also, you're an admin who's supposed to stop bullying. Why are you the one now bullying? Why are you calling people cruel or rude? It doesn't make sense. And so, I don't know. I used to enjoy all the doll groups a whole lot. And at first I was like, I'm not going to tell the situation that happened. I definitely didn't want to put names in this video. But finally I was like, I want to talk about this, because this is just... bullying is never okay. And this is leading into something else. I want to show you all what bullying and peer pressure means. And adults can be bullies too. And guess where kids learn to bully? From adults. From witnessing it from adults, you know? Kids will repeat your actions. Like, it is not cool. So let me just move my little person. I'm going to show my little window capture. So a bully is someone who seeks to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone. That's bullying. So if you're calling somebody names, you're hurling insults, trying to intimidate somebody, and she was trying to intimidate me into changing my videos, the first girl and the admin of the second doll group, that is bullying. Peer pressuring, the definition is, and I'm going to tell you what peer pressuring, it's trying to influence from members of one's own peer group. And it's the direct or indirect influence with peers, trying to like pressure you to kind of do something that they want you to do. So like people may peer pressure you to try to drink. They may peer pressure you to, you know, whatever. But it is to kind of try to influence you as part of like as someone who is of your own age group. I'm trying to think of a better definition. But a feeling that one must do the same as things of other one's age and social group in order to be liked or respected by them. They were trying to peer pressure me into giving them, and bully me into giving credit to every single photographer, even though I wouldn't even be able to find every single photographer, because some of these photos had been posted months ago. So what do you do when you're being bullied? What I recommend... document everything. Take screenshots if it's through the computer or over text. I have screenshots from the admin who tried to bully me. You know, definitely find a counselor to talk to, because bullying is something, it is so difficult. Like I said, there are kids in school who, it's really sad. There are kids who pass away from suicide due to bullying, and I hate to bring that up in a video, but it's true. Bullying is just never a good thing. And of course, I'm not going to go and do anything like that. I'm an adult. I'm strong. I was raised by a strong woman. Like, at first, I was crying because I was really hurt. And I don't know if they were more hurt tears or angry tears, but I was like, worked so hard on this video and this doesn't feel good the way they're coming at me. But then I'm like, you know what, girl, you get yourself together. Because first of all, it says more about the bully than it does you. And secondly, the girl then tried to say, you know, I'm sorry, I was trying to protect you from other doll Instagrammers or doll community people who would be even meaner than me. That's not protecting. That's bullying and intimidation. You don't protect somebody by bullying them. If that's your definition of protection, then you need some help, to be honest, because that is not a normal way of thinking. And you also don't educate somebody by harassing them and arguing with them. If she had wanted to educate me or wanted something else from that, there were different ways to go about that than harassing when it was fair use. Even the admin who started bullying me said it was fair use, but then said fair use isn't always fair. Life isn't always fair. Like, it's not. Is it fair for you to come at me and call me cruel and rude and everything else because I used a picture of a doll in a video and put a disclaimer instead of giving you free credit for your Instagram? I don't think that's fair either. I'm a very nice person, but I was raised by strong women, and those strong women taught me to stand up for what I believe in and stand up for what I knew was right and true. And, you know, they did not teach me to allow somebody to put me down and bully me. My mother would be like, that don't fly. They did not teach me to be a bully. And to think, I don't understand why they took such a negative perspective of this. And I'm going to leave the comments off for this video because I don't want more drama in the comment section. But why would you be angry somebody put your video, your picture of your doll, of dolls that you had restyled in a video, when you shared it publicly because you wanted it to be seen? Why are you mad somebody thinks your work is that beautiful that it deserves to be in a video? Why would you be mad that somebody is that appreciative of the work that you did and wants others to see it and all of that? Like, I wouldn't be mad. That to me would be such a positive. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. Like, you thought my picture was that good? Like, why would you think negatively? Because your name isn't, because you didn't get the free publicity? Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That is my rant for today. I think people could stand to be kinder. Like, somebody's mental health to me would never be worth a picture and getting my name placed on a picture in a video. Like, that is not worth it to me. And you're not standing up to anyone else by putting someone down to get what you want. So not cool. But that's my rant. And I just wanted to teach you what bullying was. I'll tell you what the definition of harassment is. Harassment is unwelcome conduct that is based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, older age, disability, or just generic information. And there's verbal, visual, and physical harassment. So offensive, derogatory jokes, pressure for dates, unwelcome comments. I got a lot of unwelcome comments. So yeah, there's just a lot to unpack here in this video, and I hope you guys choose to be kind today, whatever you choose to be. Because I know this had me down, it had me downright in tears, and I had to collect myself. I really did, y'all, and I really had to think this one through. Like, I'm sorry you wanted your name next to your photo and in the video, but I put it in the description list as you asked for. And I'm sorry I couldn't find every single photographer for you. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to keep making videos like I do. Like, most of the time when I had made those videos in the past and I'd share them in these same groups, the reaction was, oh my god, my photo was in your video. That's so awesome. Once in a while, if I didn't have their name in there, they might be like, oh my god, my photo is in your video. Oh my goodness. Hey, do you think you can mind throwing my Instagram name in there? Like, that is such a good way to approach that if you're upset about your name not being there. And just approach it for you individually and be like, hey, you know, I'm so happy my photo is in your video. Can you add my Instagram in the description? Because I really want people to know it's my work. That's kind. And I would have taken kindly to get that. But when you want to come at me in an angry, ticked off manner and then tell me what I did was wrong, honey, no. Because I can back it up with facts. That was fair use. And you may not like fair use, but it is something that creators have. So they are, you know, able to be creative. And I don't know. Some people, I guess, are just jealous, maybe. That's the only thing I could come up with. Or just really angry. Somebody didn't like their Cheerios this morning. So yeah, I figured I'd just clear the air. I don't know, I've seen my sub numbers fluctuating from like 97 to 95. I just do YouTube for fun, so it is what it is. Not 97 to 95. Yeah, 695 to like 697. It's been fluctuating. And then she either had one of her friends or somebody from that group then thought it was okay to go to my personal YouTube and under that video say, did you ask to use the pictures? Now you're going to harass me on my YouTube? I don't think so. I muted and blocked them because I was not having that at that point. Because I didn't take credit for your work. If I had said these photos were taken by me, that would have been taking credit for your work. But I didn't. I put a disclaimer and I did the best I could at the time because I didn't have all the photos' names. And it takes me months to pick out these pictures that I want to put in those doll photography videos for doll photography from the doll community because I want it to be the best of the best. I'm very choosy, you know. So yeah, bullying is awful. That's what I'm going to sum this up as. And adults can be bullies too. And if you're being bullied, I stand with you. Bye, everyone.